There's a story, I don't remember exactly all the details. The story that the Frierdiker Rebbe, when he was a little boy, went into a room where older Chassidim were farbrengen. These were famous Chassidim, they were big Rabbonim, they were huge people. And he heard what they were talking about. And they were asking each other, "Was is a Chosid?" And he was shocked because the year before, when he was 6 or something, his Rebbe told him what a Chosid is. So he's 6 years old and he knows what a Chosid is. And here are these old Chassidim, Greise Rabbonim, Talmidei Chachamim, Eivdim. They don't know what a Chosid is. So he went to his uncle, Reb Zalman Aaron, and he asked him, how come these guys with long white beards, they don't know what a Chosid is? I know what a Chosid is. So his uncle told him, you know what a Chosidl is. They're talking about what a Chosid is. So for a while that was satisfying. But then he thought, wait a minute, what's the difference between a Chosidl and a Chosid? Even if you're young, a Chosid is still a Chosid. So he went to his father and he asked, what's the difference between a Chosidl and a Chosid? So more or less, the Rebbe's answer was, if you love the Rebbe and you want to make him happy, so you do mivtzoyim, you say chitas, you do whatever a Chosid needs to do because the Rebbe wants, and you love the Rebbe, and you want to make the Rebbe happy. That's a Chosidl. A Chosid is somebody who finds out what the Rebbe wants, and what the Rebbe wants, he wants also. In other words, what's important to him is not only the Rebbe himself, but the things that are important to the Rebbe become important to him. So, for example, a guy goes on shlichus, comes into a town, he's the shliach, and the people come to him and say, what are you doing here? Why did you come here? He could say, the Lubavitcher Rebbe is my Rebbe, and he said that you should go on shlichus and help Jews, so I'm doing what the Rebbe wants. I'm a shliach. Or he can say, I can't think of a better way to spend your life. I can't think of a better way to live your life than to be busy helping other Jews. And the people will say, well, where did you learn this? Who raised you like this? The answer is, Lubavitcher Rebbe. That's the difference between a Chosidl and a Chosid. If you say to people, I'm going on Mivtzoyim, I'm asking you to put on tefillin. Why? Because the Lubavitcher Rebbe said. That's a Chosidl. If you say, I'm asking you to put on tefillin because every Jew really wants to put on tefillin, and the Eibishter is waiting for you to put on tefillin, and that's why I bother to come here and stop you on the street and ask you to put on tefillin, that's a Chosid. You get the difference? It's like when you're young, you do whatever your father says because your father said. You get a little older, you realize what your father said, and you agree, and now it's your project. Now, shlichus is important to you. You're not doing the Rebbe a favor. Makes a big difference, huh? I think that people who you talk to, at least when you're a shliach, people want to know what you think. If you say, well, the Lubavitcher Rebbe told me, they want to know what you think. You came to their city, you're going to be their rabbi, you're going to be their shliach. They want to know what you think. What's important to you? Say, well, the Rebbe said. I know the Rebbe is a tzaddik. I want to know what you are. What do you think? What's important to you? What motivates you? Then they find out that you're a mensch, and the Rebbe made you into a mensch, then they have a much bigger derech eretz for the Rebbe. Now they're really impressed. For us who didn't grow up with the Rebbe, what does Rebbe mean, and how are we to relate? How can we relate? Actually, when the Rebbe was here, Begashmiz, you had a choice. You could be a Chosidl, or you could be a Chosid. Now you have no choice. You can't be a Chosidl. You have only one possibility. Be a Chosid. Know what was important to the Rebbe and make it important to you. That's even better than being a Chosidl. So in some sense, you have an advantage. You can't say, oh, I got online, I got $1 from the Rebbe, I'm a Chosid. Nah, that's not. So you can't get away with that. For you, being a Chosid is the real thing, and that's all that's possible. And the real thing means what's important to the Rebbe is important to you.